What up and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Ron Bone. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 162 in the high. What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in, whether you're on YouTube or your favorite podcasting app. Much love. And what's really good? How's everybody doing out there, man? How's everybody doing? We're entering the holiday season in this motherfucker. For sure. So what's good? How you doing? How you doing? Let me fucking ask you, how you doing? Huh? How you doing? I'm doing okay. Threw my back out earlier this week. I'm in a little bit of pain. It fucking hurts, kid, to sit in this fucking chair. But I'm here. Okay? So yeah. What the fuck is up, man? What's good? Shit. We got a bunch of shit to talk about this week, news-wise. Yeah, man. I've been thinking about it. We're coming to the end of the year. We're gonna have the year-end wrap-up show at some point. Next month, along with the top 20 albums / just music projects of 2021. A whole bunch of shit to look forward to. It's gonna be dope. I'm looking forward to it. Been bumping a lot of shit lately. Shit that I kind of missed throughout the year as well. That Blaze Day Homie Oh the Horror project is fucking fire. Super dope. If you haven't checked that shit out, peep it. That shit is really fucking good. I slept on that. Something else came out around that time. I think it was Tech Nine's album. I think Asinine came out around that time as well. Maybe the same day. I don't remember. But that one kind of fell under the radar, and that shit's fucking fire. I don't know if it'll make the list or not, but it's really fucking good. Another one I slept on, and I talked about it last week, was Ouija's Dirtbag. I've been bumping that still a lot. That shit's fucking fire. Yeah, man. It's a lot of dope shit. And we got new music to check out this week. Before we get into all that shit, I want to send a shout out to Scott Matthews for sending in a donation this week. He says, "Thank you for all your hard work, homie. Officially my favorite YouTube show now." Scott, much fucking love. This dude sends in a donation like it's a monthly Netflix fee or some shit like that. It's super appreciated, super dope. Scott, much love for the donation once again. Very fucking dope. Super appreciated. And another thing I want to talk about, I think it was Tuesday last week, we did a top 10 Suicide Boys songs over on the Speaky Cloud podcast channel. Peep that shit out. It was me, Mike Sears, Luke the Goon, counting down our top 10 Suicide Boys songs. That shit was fire. I love Suicide Boys. And, shout out to Mike for having me on there, man. That's the fucking homie. One of the first podcasting dudes to show me love when I started doing this podcast and shit. So, yeah. And I've been on his show numerous times. He's been on this show a bunch of times. So go peep that over on the Speaky Clout podcast YouTube channel. Top 10 Suicide Boys songs, especially if you fuck with Suicide Boys. In the comments, if you go peep it, drop what your top fucking Suicide Boys songs are, because they got songs fucking for days, just banger after banger after banger. They've released so much music in the last, 7 years since they started releasing shit. I believe they came out, 2014, some shit. So yeah, go peep that shit. It was a lot of fun to do. Again, shout out to Mike Sears for having me on the show. It was good ass fucking time, man. I love doing shit like that. I love doing top 10s, top fucking albums, shit like that. Every once in a while, I'll post up on my social media pages, Instagram, whatever, Twitter. Just randomly just thinking about it. Hey, here's my top 5, whatever fucking albums. What are your top 5 or top 5 songs? whatever. Yeah, I love doing that shit. It's always fun breaking shit down like that. So let's get into some new music this week. My favorite song from this week is Lance. He got Crimeapple and Vinnie Paz up on a song together for Avocado Money. This shit is fire. I'm really looking forward to Lance's album dropping. I forget the release date for the album, but I think it's coming up really soon. I'm hyped for it. Lance is the fucking shit. One of my favorite producers. Broken record. I've said it a million times. Vinnie Paz. Again, I'm a broken record with him saying he's one of the most consistent in the underground. Been one of the most consistent in the underground for damn near 20 years. And then Crimeapple. I'm not super familiar with Crimeapple. I've heard features here and there on albums that I've bought. And this dude fucking kills it on this song as well. And he brought the heat. This shit's fire. The beat from Lance. Super dope. Peep the shit if you ain't checked it out yet. I posted up on my social medias and all that shit. It's definitely worth the listen. Very fucking dope. My personal favorite song of this past week. Then another fucking dope ass track that came out this past Friday was Bukshot, featuring Blaze Dare Homie, the ROC, and Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray, his Cabal brethren. On the single Blood on My Chucks. This shit is dope, man. I dig it. Kind of some more not super hyped, wicked shit, up-tempo type shit. It's more kind of laid back, but fucking will kill you motherfucking shit. Wicked shit from Bukshot, Blaze, ROC, Mr. Gray. I really dig this track. You would have heard it already if you bought the director's cut of Night of the Hunter. It's on that CD. I got that shit at least a couple weeks back at this point. It's been a few weeks. So I've heard the track, but it is available digitally everywhere now. So you can peep that shit. Definitely look forward to see what Bukshot got coming in the future. And we're just going to keep it on Bukshot for a minute. We all know Bukshot got a mob-style Christmas. He had previously announced that it was going to be Zodiac Imprint and Hell's Kitchen. Blaze and ROC as Zodiac Imprint, Bukshot and Boondocks as Hell's Kitchen. And it was also announced that it was the official Hell's Kitchen Overdrive album release party for Mob-Style Christmas. Well, he released the full lineup for the Mob-Style Christmas. Lex the Hexmaster has been added to the show. That dude puts on a fucking dope performance. Lex the Hexmaster, one of my favorites in the underground. Slept on as well in the underground. Mr. Gray is going to be at the Mob-Style Christmas. I've never seen a solo Mr. Gray show. I have seen Gorilla Voltage perform a couple times back when they were performing, back when they were on M&E, touring with, whoever, Twiztid, and, whoever else. I can't remember fucking specifically what shows. I do remember they were on the Psychomania tour, but never seen a Mr. Gray show, but his solo shit is dope. And then he's bringing out the West Coast killer, Triz. Triz is fucking dope. If you like that just G-Funk, raw West Coast shit, Triz is just, that shit. So, Lex, Mr. Gray, Triz, all going to be at Mob-Style Christmas. Also, SON. SON affiliated with Alla Xul Elu. He put out an album earlier this year. I didn't give it too favorable of a review, only because I wasn't expecting such a concept-heavy record. I didn't really know what to expect, but it was just so concept-heavy, storytelling-wise. I just wasn't ready for it. I got to revisit it because I know he got a lot of love for it. He did kill his verses on the Psycho mixtape, Psycho Volume 1 mixtape that Zool put out a few years back. So yeah, Mob-Style Christmas looks pretty fucking dope. Zodiac Imprint, Hell's Kitchen, Lex the Hexmaster, Mr. Gray, and Triz. the Hell's Kitchen Overdrive album release party. And you know it ain't a fucking mob style party without a motherfucking mob style VIP. And you got the VIP package, of course, with the mob style, the weirdo plasm football jersey, I believe, right? Yep, football jersey, Ghostbusters theme for this mob style Christmas, which fits very well because the Christmas theme was Ghostbusters 2, right? Vigo, that motherfucker over there in the corner looking at me. If I look at him too long in the fucking eyes, he used to be in the background over here. He was fucking always giving me problems, but I had to fucking move him over here in the corner. I believe it was Ghostbusters 2, right? Might have been Ghostbusters 1. Shame on me for not fucking knowing that because both those movies are probably in my top 10 movies. And I'm not even a big movie guy. But fuck, man, I grew up on some Ghostbusters shit. You got the ill fucking, the weirdo face with Slimer's body. The shit looks dope. The VIP package also includes a mob style Christmas CD and business card USB drive. Saw Bukshot talking about that, saying some people don't even have CD players at this point, but still buy CDs just to support the artist. But he's going to start including USB drives with CDs or something along the line, or offering USB drives for people to import to their computers and shit. That way, maybe, I don't know if he's putting WAV files on there, lossless audio, or if it's MP3s. I don't know. I like CDs. Granted, my fucking computer doesn't have a CD drive. My laptop had to buy an external, but I still rip CDs, and I always do it lossless audio. Just have to do it. Got to have that lossless audio. But anyway, it also comes with a Santa Joe 3D coin. So you got the Smoking Joe, Santa Joe coin. This is another fucking mob style coin. Bukshot says, keep these coins. You're going to need them at some point. A lanyard and a VIP badge, a poster, and a barbecue meet and greet before the show with the artists. So the catered barbecue meet and greet before the show will be with Blaze, ROC, Boondocks, Bukshot, Lex the X-Master, Mr. Gray, Triz, and more. I don't know how much this package is going for. I guess I could look it up. Speaking of my laptop, I could look it up on the internet and see how much it's going for all that shit. But, I mean, this dude, it's going to be top quality, fully embroidered jerseys. The coin's going to be fucking fire as well. So the mob style VIP package is $135. That's not bad. I don't know how much tickets are for the actual show itself to attend Mob Style Christmas. I got my cat at the door clawing. I'll be right back. Please hold. And I'm back. Thank you for fucking waiting. How unprofessional of me. But I don't know how much tickets are for a Mob Style Christmas, but the VIP package is $135. Not bad considering you get a fucking jersey, CD, USB drive, coin, lanyard, badge, all that shit. So yeah, Mob Style Christmas looking like it's going to be fucking dope, man. Dope performances. Like I said, Lex puts on a fucking dope show. Never seen Mr. Gray solo, but when he performed with Gorilla Voltage, it was good shit. Never seen Triz live. Blaze and ROC, they just have great chemistry on stage with each other. They always throw it the fuck down. Boondocks and Bukshot as Hell's Kitchen. Never seen them two perform. I have seen UGA perform, and I've seen Boondocks perform a bunch of times. So I'm sure they'll throw it down as well. So Mob Style Christmas going down in December. I'm going to pull up the date, December 11th, 2021. So be on the lookout for that shit. Shit looks fucking dope. And I even got a better image of this Ghostbusters of what I'm assuming is the Mob Style Christmas CD. You got Blaze, Boondocks, Bukshot, ROC as the Ghostbusters. Shit's fire. The Smoking Joe, Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man says Joe Puffed on his hat. The mobstyle face with the Slimer body, fucking fire. And then you got the two fucking dog things. I don't remember shit, man. My memory is fucking trash. Trash. But I'm excited for that shit, man. And yeah. Be on the lookout for all that shit and keeping it buckshot. Motherfuckers, man. Motherfuckers love twisting words. I'm not going to dwell on this too much, but last week, Bukshot took to Twitter and he said, fuck ICP and Juggalos. Quote unquote, verbatim. He said, fuck ICP and Juggalos. I will read the tweet. He says, when the scene is completely tanked out and out of fuel in the next 5-8 years, all you weak motherfuckers who keep pushing your quote-unquote beef agendas between each other, go ahead and pat yourselves on the back because it'll be all your fault. Yes, you're slowly killing off your scene. He might not have said fuck ICP and Juggalos in that scene. But a lot of people out there are acting like that's what the fuck he said. And there's some people out there saying exactly that. A bunch of people are saying that shit. I get where he's coming from with this statement. He's talking about the fans itself. He never said fuck nobody. But he said, if you guys are just going to keep being on this petty beef division bullshit, again, division, divide. If you keep dividing, eventually it ain't going to be shit. Right? The divide has been just a thing for the last few years. And if you just keep dividing, eventually it's just going to, dwindle down to shit. And the scene itself, the wicked shit, horrorcore scene just isn't what it was 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Some might say it's doing better than ever. But I'd say music-wise, music quality-wise, absolutely. I don't think the wicked shit has ever sounded better than it does now. But the division, man. The division, like I said, you keep dividing, it's just going to dwindle down to shit. So keep pushing the bullshit, and the bullshit will push you out. In no way, shape, or form in that statement did he say fuck ICP or Juggalos. And I'm not fucking sitting here to fucking defend him. Bukshot can fucking defend himself. But the ridiculousness in reading the comments, because of course, I posted this screenshot because I thought, that shit sound like truth to me. That shit sound like fucking facts all day long. Facts. A hard fucking stamp of facts on that bitch. But the replies I saw from that shit of people saying, he's talking shit about ICP, talking shit about Juggalos. He's talking about the whole fucking, the entire scene itself. Keep pushing petty beef agendas. And the scene will fucking kill itself off. I can't disagree with it. I don't want that to fucking happen. We'll see where we are in 5-10 years. You know what I mean? But I thought that was fucking just kind of ridiculous. People love twisting words to fit their own fucking specific agendas. He said this, he said that. Quote unquote, motherfucker, it's right here. This is what the fuck he said. Learn how to fucking read. I know words are hard. I have a tough time reading sometimes. But, you just got to try. You got to try to read, comprehend what the fuck is being said. It can be difficult. I get it. But shout out to Bukshot. Peep that new Blood on My Chuck single. The shit is fucking fire. Mobstyle Christmas going the fuck down. All that shit. And let's stop wasting any more fucking time and let's get into the big news story of the week. Shall we? Breaking. You heard it here first. Actually, you didn't hear it here first. You heard it first on social fucking medias. But let's take a trip back to last week. Billy O'Bay had posted up on Facebook, "Don't worry, the wicked shit is safe with us." Again, people twisting words. People were taking this as a diss to ICP. People are fucking dumb. But anyway, he said the wicked shit is safe with us. And again, very fucking simple statement. I agree with it. But what we didn't fucking know and what he was fucking alluding to with that statement, because just a week later, it was revealed Mikey Clark is back. And not only is he back, but he is producing Alla Xul Elu's next album. Son, Mike E. Clark is fucking back. We talked about it before. Mikey Clark, I believe it was sometime during the quarantine last year, he had done a couple Instagram lives saying that he wasn't really doing music much and he was trying to get back into it, trying to find the inspiration and whatnot. And then a few months back, Alla Xul Elu had posted this exact image, if you're watching on YouTube, but with that second face blacked out. You couldn't see who it was. They were teasing that they had brought somebody new on board for the next Alla Xul Elu album, and it's the one and only Mike E. Clark. Mike Clark is fucking back. Man, was not expecting this. Was not expecting this. I didn't know who they were going to announce as, that person that they were bringing along for the next record. But, I mean, the hype is fucking real. People are fucking confused. People are talking shit. People are excited. If you're not excited for this, again, if you don't listen to fucking Alla Xul Elu and you say that you like the wicked shit, then you're missing out. Just because they're on a certain label or whatever, or they're, because of their affiliations, you're not listening. You are missing out on some dope wicked shit. And they brought Mike E. Clark. Dude, his resume is fucking Ringmaster, Riddlebox, Malenko, Jekyll Brothers, Bizarre Bazaar, all the EPs. Let's not forget about Project Deadman, Self-Inflicted, the one and done from Project Deadman. And that album, I consider Project Deadman Self-Inflicted a fucking classic. Now, with that being said, Mikey Clark producing for Alla Xul Elu, I have to admit, the last couple Alla Xul Elu projects were just either, okay, Mausoleum. I just don't like Mausoleum. I always tried beating around the bush saying it's okay. I don't like Mausoleum. There's like 2-3 good songs on that album. The production just wasn't it. It was such a drastic change from the Almighty and even their previous work. Like their previous work was just so heavy, so boom bap driven that the Mausoleum was such a departure. The mix wasn't that good on the album. That didn't help matters. But I'm in the vast minority for not liking that album because so many people like that album. I wasn't feeling it. Then they came out with Necronomicon 2, a better project, a more of a return to that boom bap wicked shit that they were doing on the Almighty, Church Azul, all that shit. It was good, but it didn't get much replay value. I listened to it probably, 10, 15 times, maybe. I liked it, but I don't go back to it like I still go back to Almighty. Like I still go back to Psycho Volume 1. You know what I mean? Like I still go back to the first Necronomicon album. I think the first Necronomicon is better than the second one. But the second one, like I said, it's not bad. It's just, as far as replay value for me, it just ain't really there. Now, that being said, expectations for a Mikey Clark Alla Xul Elu album, I have no fucking idea. Mikey Clark is not known for doing that boom bap style. So I am not going to go into this expecting a boom bap style. And I probably shouldn't have gone into that, or I shouldn't have had that expectations going into the Mausoleum album. But, shit happens in the album, whatever. But Mikey Clark is not known for doing the boom bap shit. You know what I mean? Mikey Clark just has his own fucking style. It's been a while since we've heard Mikey Clark produce some shit. When's the last time? I know he's released a couple singles. He did do a remake of Piggy Pie. And I think he did release another single that he made himself. But it's been a while since we've heard him produce an album. I want to say Mighty Death Pop. And that was almost fucking 10 years ago since Mighty Death Pop. It's been a minute since Mighty Death Pop came out. That shit's fun. I love that album. He did Bang Pow Boom. Love that shit. I don't know what to expect. But I know I'm excited for it. I don't want to say expectations will be high, but I don't want to say they'll be low either. I just know that I'm anxious to hear it, and I'm ready and willing to accept whatever the fuck it is. If Mikey Clark just does his own fucking style, or if he tries to incorporate some boom bap shit into it, I don't know. But I remember when he did Project Deadman. I point over here because I got a Project Deadman poster over here, right above Vigo, actually. And I remember when Project Deadman was first announced, I was like, man, Mikey Clark is working with the dude from Bedlam? I am not a Bedlam fan. Bedlam was terrible to me. It was not good. None of it was good. It was bad. Very bad. A lot of people liked it, but I thought that shit was terrible. And I was like, he's working with the dude from Bedlam? Really? Why? And then the album came out, and I was like, holy fucking shit. Obviously, Prozac was the talented one in Bedlam. And once he linked up with Mikey Clark, it was like, oh, okay, I get it. I fucking get it. This dude is the shit. Mikey Clark is the shit. And that album, like I said, I consider that album a classic. Probably a top 10 horrorcore album. I've probably said that at some point before. I probably have 50 top 10 horrorcore albums, but so the fuck what? So I say that to say I didn't know what to expect back then with Project Deadman because, it was dude from Bedlam. I didn't like Bedlam at all. Turns out this project was fucking fire. But here we are, Alla Xul Elu. I fucks with Alla Xul Elu heavy. This can only be good, right? This can only be good, right? And they're working together in the fucking studio. That's like the big thing for me too as well. They're in the fucking studio together. Presumably. I mean, we got the picture right here. Granted, this was taken a few months ago. I have to assume that they're just going to be working in the studio. They said that they're recording it in a professional studio. I don't know where they're recording it. I don't know if this is the new Funhouse or whatever Mikey Clark is calling his studios these days. But I'm hyped for Xul and Mikey Clark to put out an album, man. I mean, excited to hear what Mikey Clark has to bring to the table after all these fucking years. And they had Camp Xul this weekend. Don't forget, they had Camp Xul. It looked like it was a fucking bunch of fun. A bunch of people showed out. Saw a lot of people in those crowd pictures. And Alla Xul Elu had a Q&A session. Shout out to the homie Luke the Goon. And shout out to Fago lovers as well. Shout out to Luke the Goon for hitting me up, giving me the info that the album with Mikey Clark will be 13 tracks, with one of them being a beat he made 15 years ago. And shout out to Fago Lovers for live streaming the Q&A session. I haven't watched the full thing yet, but they addressed that pretty early on in the Q&A. And after that, I posted the clip of it. And 13 tracks, one being a beat from 15 years ago. Do the math on that. 2006. That could be a leftover Project Deadman beat, or a beat that was used, just never put out. I can't remember the name of the album. Horrific Thoughts, I believe, was the name of that Project Deadman album. And it was supposed to be Mikey Clark, Prozac, and King Gordy. And for whatever reason, King Gordy's record label didn't fucking let that shit happen, and they never put that record out. So it could be a beat left over, a leftover Project Deadman beat that might have been used, might not have been used, but I don't know, man. So sounds like all new production minus one beat from Mikey Clark and presumably working in the studio. That's the biggest shit. Working in the studio. They're going to have Mikey Clark actually producing this record. That producer term gets thrown around a lot. He produced this, produced that, produced this. Usually it's just they produce this beat. Like this, the music that you hear is what this person produced. But an actual producer like a Dr. Dre, a Timbaland, a fucking Mikey Clark, someone that's in the studio with the artist while they're recording it, mixing it, arranging everything. From the songs to the track list, all that shit. I think this is the first time they're actually being produced. I think that was supposed to happen with the Mausoleum album, but then the Panini happened, and they weren't able to get in the studio together and work on that album. So I think this is the first time Joell will be actually in person with a producer being produced. I'm hyped for it. They said the record will be out next year. I don't know, maybe a summertime release, fingers crossed. Maybe a summertime release. V5 is supposedly still being worked on. I think they said they had 3 other records that they're working on besides Venomous 5. This Mikey Clark gotta be one of them. They just had Camp Joell. These motherfuckers staying busy. Hyped as fuck. And when they posted that image, a lot of people were butthurt. A lot of people, why is Mikey Clark working with these fucking guys? These guys fucking suck. Blah, blah, blah. All because of an affiliation. And chances are a lot of these people never listen to the music. But Billy Obey, once again, took to the Facebook, and he wrote, if that picture upset you, you're about to get real butthurt, with the fucking crying, laughing emoji. So this ain't even the real butthurt yet. Joell and Mikey Clark, and this is another picture of them together. Joell and Mikey Clark. Mikey Clark actually posted this picture up on his Twitter, I believe. But there was a lot of butthurt over this shit, man. And if you're not listening to Joell because of an affiliation, you're missing out on dope, wicked shit. And if I'm putting money on it, a record with Mikey Clark theoretically should be good. I don't see how it couldn't be. But man, theories started flying after he posted this. People were saying, is Mikey Clark working on the Venomous 5 project as well? Imagine, what if, remember the Marvel What If comics? What if Mikey Clark is working with Twiztid and Joell for the Venomous 5 record? Ooh. Butthurt would fucking not even explain people's emotions they would be feeling if Mikey Clark was working with Twiztid and Joell on Venomous 5. That shit would be fucking crazy. Mikey Clark was originally supposed to do the Tales from the Lotus Pod album, but that's when he had a falling out with ICP, and then they brought in Mike P and Fritz to complete production on that album. But there were a lot of comparisons of Venomous 5 to Dark Lotus. I won't make them because it's a separate group, just completely different people. But imagine if Mikey Clark was doing the Venomous 5 record as well. Ugh. That'd be fucking nuts. Although, for a Venomous 5 project, I would really like Bad Mind to be doing that shit. And Zombie Aristocrats, like that real raw boom bap shit. But I'm not going to I wouldn't turn down a Mikey Clark produced V5 album at all. Not saying that's fucking happening. Not saying it's not happening. Because, I mean, shit, we don't fucking know. But he said the butthurt is going to be real. If you were butthurt by an image, he could just be talking about the fucking music. We're just going to have to wait and see, man. I'm excited. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Mikey Clark is fucking back. Welcome back, Mikey Clark. It's long overdue, all that good shit. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the album. I don't know if you're looking forward to it or not, but this shit is gonna be fucking crazy. Whether it's, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's gonna be dope because I don't know, but regardless, it's gonna make noise when it drops. Whatever the fuck happens, it's gonna make noise when it drops. And Mikey Clark also took to Twitter. A lot of people were talking shit about Mikey Clark, saying how he didn't fucking talk about ICP, big up ICP about Yum Yum Bedlam. He bigged up Twiztid on the Unlikely Prescription album. Well, Mikey Clark took to Twitter. He said, fuck ICP and Juggalo. And I'm kidding. He said, Mikey Clark says, shout out to ICP, Yum Yum Bedlam, the new album. Here Comes the Carnival joint is dope. Definitely favorite track. Props to Kuma. On point. Shout out to fucking Kuma. Dope ass producer. Also, the video for Wretched is dope as fuck. Would love to hear the 2 dope verses. Maybe a remix. Good shit. MCL. So there you go. Mikey Clark showing love for the Yum Yum Bedlam album. He said Wretched is dope as fuck. I agree. Wretched is fire. Apparently, Shaggy 2 Dope had some verses on that album. On the Wretched song that didn't make the final cut. So that would be dope to hear a remix. Hey, what if ICP slid that shit over onto Mikey Clark to remix? A Mikey Clark remix to Wretched? With the lost, the rumored Shaggy 2 Dope verses? Because I had heard people saying that Shaggy did have verses on that song that didn't make the cut before the album even came out, like when Wretched dropped, like in that week. So, not going to hold my breath for a remix. But it would be dope to hear. Maybe it'll make a Forgotten Freshness 7 VIP exclusive. But Mikey Clark showing love to ICP, man. I mean, how's ICP taking the news that he's working with Alla Xul Elu? Do they give a fuck that much? I don't know. How deep does the pettiness run? I would love to see Mikey Clark and ICP back in the studio, man. Shout out to him for shouting out ICP. Would love to see Mikey Clark produce the next Joker's card. It's the 6th, right? I know Yum Yum Bedlam just came out. I'm not pushing for a new Joker's card right now. The new one just dropped. Although, I'll take a new one, especially if it's produced by Mikey Clark. Because the last one just, wasn't it for me. But I'd love to see him come back and produce the 6th. They said the 6th, right? It's going to be the Shangri-La again? Or the Wraith again? Maybe we can get Mikey Clark's take on the Wraith. If they're in fact actually gonna, do the Wraith again. Or if it'll just be an all new character. Regardless, I don't give a fuck. I want Mikey Clark back producing for ICP. People say that's the quick fix because it is the quick fix, man. They've never missed on a record, minus the Tempest, but that doesn't count because they weren't in the fucking studio together working on that album. That was Mikey Clark emailing beats to ICP. So that record does not count. But I'm just excited. MEC, man, he's back. And I'm curious to hear what the fuck his shit is sounding like in 2021, 2022. Because they said the album will be dropping next year at some point. I'm excited for it, man. Not saying it's going to be good, not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just excited that Mikey Clark is back doing music. Very fucking dope. Let's get into some more new releases that dropped this week. Chris Webby, back with the Webby Wednesdays. He dropped Raw Thoughts 5. I did listen to it. Not a bad song. It just wasn't one of my favorites, so I didn't put it in the beginning. Not a bad song. Very political on this song. Talking about a whole bunch of shit. That shit kind of pushes me off. But not a bad track. If you dig Chris Webby, peep that shit. And then Force 5 Records' own Big Left put out his album Slaughter of the Innocents. I love that song title, Slaughter of the Innocents. Shit is dope. I love the artwork as well. Haven't got around to peeping the album yet. Big Left affiliated, or at least used to be affiliated, with La Coca Nostra. I remember he was featured on the Ill Bill is the Future Volume 2 mixtape. He had a couple dope verses on that shit. So Big Left, Slaughter of the Innocents, out now. Joell Ortiz put out a new album called Autographs. I got about halfway through this. I just wasn't super feeling it off first listen. A lot of personal shit he's talking about on this album. I'm not going to say it was bad, but I'm definitely going to revisit it. Joell Ortiz is the shit, Slaughterhouse. He put out the Hard album with Crooked, Hard, Housing Authority Rap District. Last year with Crooked Eye, which I believe was a top 5 for me, at least top 10. That fucking project was amazing. I fucks with Joell heavy, so I will revisit this album. Just wasn't feeling it right off rip. And then we have Aesop Rock teamed up with Blockhead for a new project called Garbology. Aesop Rock, the dude with the biggest vocabulary in all of hip hop, he dropped a new project. So peep out Garbology. That is available digitally everywhere as well. And again, every song I talk about on this podcast is up on the Beneath Dirt Weekly Bumps playlist on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Go follow that shit. Links at beneathdirt.com. Then one more, we still got a few more things to talk about, actually. Rest in peace, Pakelika. It was his birthday last week. Suburban Noise and SRH announced that they were celebrating Pac's legacy with a new merch drop, toy merch drop. So Pakelika got an action figure. There's 3 different versions for it. There's the OG white, the smoking green, and the blue one. I forget what the blue one was called, but there's a white one, a blue one, and a green one. And it's dope. It's made by the same company that did the most recent Twiztid action figures, the Knuckleheadz. That's who's doing the Pakelika toys. And they have an exclusive bundle. forget what the bundle is called, but you can get all three of the figures, the blue being the most rare and limited to 50. They didn't say how many the green and white were limited to. They did say that they were all limited, but the blue being the most rare, limited to 50. So there's 50 bundles. You can get all three figures, a pakelika mask that was worn by pakelika at some point, your choice of a long sleeve shirt, a hoodie, or a t-shirt, and it also comes with every album pakelika ever dropped. He dropped the Smoking Word. He dropped the Dysfunctional album. And then it was actually another Dysfunction album. Before it was Dysfunction Ill. It was just Dysfunction. The Invisible Movement Has Begun. I didn't even know that existed. Like, I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable with K&K stuff, but I did not know that was even a thing. And as part of that bundle package, which is limited to 50, you get a sealed out-of-print copy, an OG copy of that shit. I did not, like I said, I didn't even know that existed. And then Pac's first album. So 4 CDs, your choice of a t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, or a hoodie, 3 figures, and a mask. Fucking dope. So yeah, I definitely thought that was newsworthy, you know. I got my pre-order in for sure. Last I saw, it wasn't sold out yet. I'm gonna double check right now. But, it's a little pricey, but I think it's fucking worth it. 4 CDs, 3 action figures, your choice of shirt or hoodie or shirty. They should make t-shirt hoodies, right? No, they shouldn't. And a Pac mask. I don't have a Pac mask. This could be the last opportunity to get a Pac mask that was actually worn. I don't know if this comes with a certificate of authenticity or anything like that, but regardless, I've never got my hands on a pakelika mask. I'm going to get one because I did get the big bundle. I don't own any of his CDs. I've been wanting to pick them up, and I was going to do it at some point. Glad I waited, because now I'll get, the 3 releases that he released, and then the rare Dysfunction CD that I didn't even know fucking existed. So, shout out to pakelika, man. Rest in peace. Still blowing smoke rings, I'm sure. Up there with fucking Saint Dog, if there is even an up there. I don't even know. But I'm sure he's somewhere blowing them smoke rings. So, very fucking dope. And if you haven't copped it, you better get on it now. Again, that bundle is limited to 50. No word on the green and white ones, how many they're limited to. But go peep those shits. And then a little bit of strange music news. We got a new single coming from Maze 305. Coming at some point. I don't know when. But it's called Black. I think that's just the name of the song. Maybe this Friday. We'll have to wait and see. But new Maze 301. I think I said 305. Maze 301. Dropping sometime soon. And then this last little bit of news. Gotta talk about this. Even though this is like... This ain't really underground shit. This is more mainstream type shit. But it was announced that the next verses would be Bone Thugs versus 3-6. Bone Thugs in Harmony versus 3-6 Mafia. Going down Thursday, December 2nd, live from Los Angeles. Man. On Triller. I will be tuned in for this fucking verses right here, without a doubt. I went on social media and said that I love both groups, but I got 3-6 Mafia winning, and I do got 3-6 Mafia, but that doesn't undermine what Bone Thugs and Harmony have done throughout their career. This isn't going to be an easy victory for 3-6 Mafia or Bone Thugs. This is going to be a dope-ass fucking battle. I just feel like, personally, to me, I feel like 3-6 Mafia has more classic material than Bone Thugs and Harmony. Who knows what 3-6 Mafia could pull out of their bag during this versus. But 3-6 versus, like, I love Bone Thugs, man. Fucking, their first 3 albums are just so fucking dope. I like Resurrection too, and then I kind of fell off of Bone Thugs after that. But those first 3 projects from them are just so fucking fire. Creeping on a Come Up, East 1999 Eternal, The Art of War. Fucking amazing albums. I'm curious to see if all the members will be there as well. Busy, Crazy, Lazy, Wish, Flesh and Bone. Curious to see if all 5 will show up. And then 3-6 Mafia. Rest in peace, Lord Infamous and Koopsta. You know, it's a shame that they won't be able to, you know, that they weren't here to participate in this. But, you know, their presence will be felt for sure. You know, you got Crunchy Black, Gangsta Boo, Juicy J, DJ Paul. Classics, man. Classics for days. Mystic Styles, The End, Chapter 2 World Domination, fucking When the Smoke Clears. The Unbreakables is fucking fire to me. And then you got solo shit. Solo shit. You got Coops is the Devil's Playground. DJ Paul's Volume 16 for the Summer. Chronicles of the Juice Man. Gangsta Boo's first album. Like, you got Tear the Club Up Thugs. You got shit they did for Project Pat. Man, Lil White. They got classics, man. Classics. That's why I think 3-6 Mafia is going to win. Just because, what I say, those first 5 projects, Mystic Styles, The End, Chapter 2, When the Smoke Clears, The Unbreakables. I don't know, man. That's going to be a fire fucking versus. Love both groups. I think I like 3-6 Mafia just a little bit more. And I'm hyped for it. Who do you got winning Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3-6 Mafia? Who do you got winning that versus? That shit. I know I'm going to be getting crunker than a motherfucker in my living room, throwing bows, hitting motherfuckers, moshing with butters. You know what I mean? It's going to be fucking lit. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in this week, man. Thank you for tuning in this week. Shout out to Scott Matthews again for the donation, homie. Much fucking love. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate the fucking love and the support from everybody, from the views, the comments, the likes, the hate, the dislikes. I love it all, man. It's just all super appreciated. Good or bad, it is all good. And Mikey Clark is fucking back, man. He's fucking back. I'm hyped for it. And I'm going to bounce the fuck up out of here. I'm Rolling Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.